Today is day 14 of posting every single day on this personal reflections channel. For those who don't know me, I am Diana, and I decided to go on a journey of posting every single day, mostly reflections, but sometimes I'll post other things as well. Just because this is a personal challenge that I am doing to get rid of my fear of speaking in front of the camera, and also to just prove to myself that I can quite literally just press record and have a video to post on the same day. So today's day 14 of that. So I've been doing this for 2 whole weeks. And today I just want to chat about living in Miami and the inconveniences that you face when you are a native here and you are a local. So many people dream of living in the city. I happen to be born and raised here, so I know the city pretty well. And I had the opportunity to move away for 4 years. I bought a house together with my husband in Cape Coral in 2019. And then I lived there for 4 years. And then I had an opportunity to move back last year in 2023. So I've been back now for a good year and a half at this point in time. And though I love the city because it is where I was born and raised, it's not feasible to live here as a local. Um, there's just so many things wrong with this city and just illogical. It's a very unaffordable city to live in. People's wages don't compensate for the rent prices. If you're looking to live here, like really consider it because honestly, you're being overcharged for something because everybody wants to live here and you're not going to get quality for its value. You are just going to get things that are super overpriced um, in a market that really it should be half the price, not like the entire price that you're paying for it. Um, Another inconvenience that I found is just the amount of traffic that we have here makes life really difficult. So in order to do a basic thing like go to a doctor's appointment and grocery shop, for example, very basic tasks, it'll take you so much longer than it does in a city that doesn't have as many people. So let's say you're going to go grocery shopping any day of the week, Monday through Sunday. You are going to potentially face long lines. You are going to bump into people trying to just select the avocado that you want for your avocado toast in the morning. You're going to face rude people literally bumping into them. There's probably going to be someone in every single aisle of the grocery store. This is really dependent on what time of the day you go and which location you go, but that seems to be the routine. If you want to grocery shop, you're always going to be constantly bumping into people and making lines and potentially even waiting for them to select their can of beans before you can go and just get your can of beans. So that is a reality and I face it every week. I do go grocery shopping twice a week, so I do face this and I have tried going at several different times of the day now. Early morning tends to be a good time where there are less people, but if you go on a Monday afternoon or like on a Sunday at any point in time, like that's gonna happen to you. Traffic for even just a 5 mile radius is bonkers. I live on a pretty busy street, and literally the commute in a car to just get food that's less than a mile away can easily take you 30 to 40 minutes at times, depending on the traffic. So the commute times, you have to calculate an entire hour to an hour and a half to just get somewhere. So a commute that could potentially be 15 minutes turned into 30 because of the traffic. So if you're going to and from on a 15-minute commute, which should be essentially 30 minutes, it's going to take you an hour to get to and from the place. So when I used to live in Cape Coral, the commute times were exact. So if I had a 15-minute commute somewhere, it was 15 minutes. Like, you didn't have to over calculate to get to the place on time. So that's definitely inconvenient for people who want to just get in and get out somewhere. Like, you're gonna have to over calculate the time that you need to do that thing. Living in Miami is one of those things that seem super cool on social media, and all these people that live here, they make it seem like it's a dream life, like it's something so nice and pretty. But the majority of people don't live that way. You know, one of the things that I was so excited when I decided to move back was the restaurants, for example. Restaurants, yes, there's so many. There's so many restaurants all over the place, but they're either overpriced. It's one of the issues that I find, that they are overpriced. Second, you gotta leave a tip. Nowadays, tips are just out of line. Some of the places actually put it included on your ticket and don't say anything, and then they request an additional tip on top of that tip. So they steal your money that way. It happened to me a couple of times. Yes, some of the restaurants are beautiful and you are paying, let's say you want to go get some sushi, something that could potentially cost you $18 in any other city in Florida. Here it's going to cost you $25 for sushi, and it's the same sushi, and then sometimes the sushi isn't even fresh. So a lot of these restaurants are overpriced. They charge you, they want you to tip, additional tip, and then on top of that, the quality of the food is garbage. Like, you go and you're trying to just eat and have a nice meal, and the quality is not up to par with what you're paying for. So you're not getting the value out of it. And on top of that, people are rude here. Everybody is stressed because of the prices. And I don't want to say everybody, because there are kind souls, there are nice people. The city's filled with young people, very attractive people. I could tell you that. One thing that Miami does have is that aesthetically, everybody looks really beautiful. Okay, people put an effort into their wardrobe. People take care of themselves. They put their perfumes on. They put their best outfits on. And that's nice, because aesthetically, it's really nice to go out and see young, beautiful people. And even the older folks, like, they are looking good. So that is awesome. But is that really why you want to live in a city like this? Like, just because you go out and you see pretty people? Like, it doesn't make sense. And then let's say, Miami is filled with events. So I could tell you that it's a place that there's an event in every corner, every day of the week. But realistically, when you decide to live somewhere, you gotta ask yourself, are you the type of person that's gonna be out and about going to these events every single day? Like, these events could easily cost you starting at $35 and above. Like, if you want to go to the book fair, for example, the book fair is coming up next weekend. I want to go to the book fair. I went last year. I love the book fair. They have it every single year. But to go to the book fair, like, the amount of traffic that there is in downtown is beyond me. The fact that there is no parking, and you gotta, like, the parking that you do have starts at $25 and above. You just to go somewhere, you have to pay to park, apart from the ticket that you have to buy to be there. So this isn't just for the book fair, this is for concerts. This is to eat. downtown or Miami Beach just to go to a restaurant. Not only are you paying these overpriced prices for the restaurant, for the food, for the event, you also now have to pay for parking. Even if you just go to Coral Gables or you want to go walk on Miracle Mile, to go to a regular Barnes and Noble to buy a book, you're paying the price of the book, but you're also paying the price to park to be able to go buy your book. So, and then not only that, okay, there are fees for everything. You want to go get your hair done, okay, something so basic, a human necessity. You cut your hair, color your hair, style it. They charge you an arm and a leg, and then to use a credit card, you have to, pay for fees, which is just beyond me. So these are just a few of the things that I've noticed in my life living here that doesn't make this city a livable city. Like, it's really difficult to find internal peace here, and every single time you get out on the road, you have a mini panic attack and a mini heart attack because people drive so terrible here, and you are bound to get into a car crash. And if you do, whether it's your fault or not, your insurance is going to go up immediately in the next billing cycle, which has happened to me. All of the things that I've mentioned has happened to me personally, just living here my entire life. But I've noticed more and more the year and a half that I've been here, because I have something to compare to. And yes, other cities may not have the events, they may not have the restaurants, but every city has them in their own way. So it's really what you're looking for in life. Like, if you're deciding to move to the city, it may be better to move to the outskirts of the city. But even then, people who now live in Homestead, like Homestead used to be a good place to live because it was not in the city. But the amount of people that are here that have moved down to Homestead, I know so many people who live there. Their commute to inside the city is like an hour and a half to 2 hours plus. A commute that really should only be 20 minutes. Like, recently, the other day, I went to go do my nails. I do my nails over in Homestead in a salon there, and I went after working hours. So I took the day early that day so I can meet the 6 p.m. appointment time that was available. I had to leave my job at 4:30 to get there at 6:15 because of the heavy traffic. And it's a 20-minute commute. And that was the first and last time that I went to the nail salon during a weekday, because my time is so valuable. I'm not gonna be sitting in traffic to do something that I could do on a Saturday that is actually gonna take me maybe a 20 to 25-minute commute because there's less people on the road in the morning. So these are just things that you have to think about when you live here, because time is, again, so valuable, and everything here takes time to just do basic necessities. So let me know in the comments below if you live in Miami and you have faced any of the things that I mentioned, or if you live here and you're like, hey, it's not that bad, all those things that you mentioned, like, you can work around them. I'm so curious to know and hear what people say and think. And if you live in another city that's maybe not a major city, do you face these same things, or are your commutes less? Do you have struggles living in those cities? Let me know. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.